what's up? Yo, it's your boy Angels of the Prodigy, and today's Black History lesson part number 10. And today's topic is based on the term redlining, right? Did you know the reason why a lot of black people, probably to this day, can now get insurance and business loans and house loans to be successful and be as equal to the white people, better known as our counterparts, is because there's a particular thing that's been created by the government called redlining. Basically this. Have you ever wondered why if you try to get car insurance, right? For example, and let's say you got a Buick or a BMW. Let's go with a Nissan Altima 2019, whatever. And you happen to live in, let's use a particular area called Brownsville. If you live in Brownsville and you're trying to get insurance, and let's say you're 25 years old, which means when it comes to cars, when it comes to the car industry, if you're 25 years and older, you're considered more responsible compared to anybody 21 to 24. Anyway, if you try to go ahead and get yourself a loan, you will be denied that loan. And the reason why you'll be denied the loan is due to the fact that in that particular area, it's a red zone. Basically, there's a high risk of carjacking, high risk of vandalism, whatever you can name, that you would deny this particular loan or deny housing. Also, a lot of people don't know when it comes to property value. When there's more than 2 black households in a white community, better known as the suburbs, the property value depreciates, meaning that the property value lowers. So that means white people are now moving away from this particular environment and moving elsewhere. So that's where more people are being moved of color into this particular area, like Bedford-Stuyvesant, aka Best I Do or Die, once was a white community, was turned into the Best I Do or Die in the era of the 80s and the 90s. And there's nothing but poverty involved, gang fights, shootings, and all this and the third, due to the fact that when there's more than 2 black people in a household, the property value decreases. But as soon as a particular owner happens to buy buildings, better known as Jewish people, purchase buildings and stuff, now the property value starts to increase, and then there's a term called gentrification where people of different ethnicities of different races happen to move into this black community, and now black people's rents are going from $900 a month to like $2,000 a month, and then they get kicked out, be evicted out of the house, and they don't even have no place to go, so they're getting shipped to another particular slum and restart the poverty all over again. Have you ever sit there and realize why there's so much Chinese restaurants in the black community, why there's so much Indians owning gas stations, why there's so much Koreans and nail shops and cleaners, and why there's so many Arabs opening delis better known as OCKs, and our hood? Because they're granted business loans and grants from the government, and they could come into our community and benefit off of us because we as a race, as black people, are the only race that spends the most money, where everybody benefits off of us, you understand? Versus us, we can't even get a business loan in our own communities due to the fact that we live in the red zone. We live in a red line environment, better known as a risky environment where violence can erupt, and it's racism, you understand? And also, what's another thing I wanted to say? If different races who happen to get these business grants and these business loans happen to fail to pay the property taxes, fail to pay the rent on the government's land, they will get deported away into another, they will get deported back to where they came from. Black people, the only people that can't get deported because we are homegrown. You understand? But I got a video I'm going to put in the description, and I think you should go ahead and take a look at it. Redlining, it still affects us to this day, and redlining is real. Racism is real. Don't be surprised that wherever you live at, it's going to have more white people in your community. I went to Compton in September, And South Central LA. And let me tell you, white people were taking over Southern California. I mean, I'm not saying there wasn't white people there before, but I've seen on the billboard, California gentrified. So ain't no more Bloods, ain't no more Crips over there. I mean, there's Bloods and Crips over there, but not as many because either they dead in jail or they got moved out of the community because white people were coming in. And anyway, that's redlining. So go on Google, find a book based upon it, watch a video, and get it from your own perspective. All right, it's your boy just a project. I'm out. Peace.